Every day, thousands of tons of rubbish are collected from homes and businesses throughout Northern Ireland. All of the rubbish from our black wheelie bins ends up here at a landfill site. All day, almost every day, bin lorries arrive here to dump their smelly loads of rubbish.
Then, large, very heavy diggers push out the piles of rubbish and squash it down as much as possible. This is so we can fit as much rubbish in as possible. It also means food is buried under more rubbish quickly to try and limit the thousands of birds that live here. The birds are so used to the lorries that the beeping they make when reversing actually attracts them, as they know a new possible source of food is arriving.
We get rubbish landfilled into Dargan Road from all over Northern Ireland. We have councils dumping here from Lisburn, from Carrick, from Larne. Obviously there's rubbish coming in from Belfast as well, but there's quite a good extent coming, a good broad sweep from all over Northern Ireland.
Once an area is full of rubbish, it is buried under a thick layer of mud and clay. Here it sits and rots. Once the landfill is covered with soil or capped, the new land created can be used. Part of this landfill is probably going to become a public park, and nature quickly comes back to hide the mess we have created. Sometimes contaminated water, known as leachate, can escape from a landfill and pollute local rivers or the sea. To prevent this happening here, water samples are taken regularly to see if anything is leaking into the sea. Another problem with some landfills is a gas, called methane, produced by the rotting rubbish. Methane burns, and if it is allowed to build up, it can even explode. Methane is also a powerful greenhouse gas if released into the air, but it needs to be allowed out of the landfill to prevent explosions. The gas comes out of the landfill through special units where it is burnt off. In the future, there are plans to capture the methane produced so it can be used as a fuel. It will then be burnt in a power station to produce electricity.
There are a number of dangers to the environment associated with landfill sites, and of those, gas would be the main danger. We don't have a problem with gas because we control it very, very carefully. Methane, which is the big main serious landfill gas that's produced, is pumped off. We extract that and we burn it off so that we don't have a problem with ignition or explosion. But that's something that we regulate very, very tightly. We have a steel barrier that goes the whole way around the perimeter of the landfill site, and we don't allow any housing to be built within 250 metres of the landfill site, again just to regulate and control and make sure that there isn't ever going to be any sort of problem that way.
So this is where all of our rubbish from our wheelie bins ends up. But as we will see, there are alternatives to simply dumping our rubbish. It's time to sort it out.